Okay, we are live. Chad, how are you doing? Say hello. Okay, where... I need to take a minute to get all my windows in place. Shoutouts, dual monitors. Okay. So I have that, I have that, I have that. I have that. All I need is this. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get Nightbot in here. Give me 1 second. Again. So, this is going to be a particularly exciting Get Good, because Beowulf is now available in retail. He's been playable in beta for quite a long time, but... So, what the hell? This is going to be a particularly exciting Get Good, because I don't know why that video preview just turned on, I'm sorry. Don't want those echoes. Okay, 1 second, 1 second. Nightbot. Wait, that's mine. Whoops. It's been a while. Be gentle. So, Omnyx, have you tried playing Bao?
I just played through his tutorial.
Do you like what you see?
I like what I see. I don't really like playing him though.
That's too bad.
But Beowulf is a beautiful, beautiful man.
Fuck Nightbot, I told him to get in here. One filtering. What's up? I'm Nightbot. Okay, so let's get this show on the road, alright? I'm Waifu Patron Saint. As always, I'm here with Dr. Omnyx, and we are going to help you get good at Skullgirls. So we have some new people this week, we have new characters this week, balance changes this week, Fukua got nerfed, fun times. Here's how this is going to work. I'm just going to give a quick rundown, make sure that we have all this info out there so people know what to do. We have a Steam group, steamcommunity.com, group Skullgirls Get Good. You need to be in the group chat for this group in order for us to invite you to your game. We will announce when you're playing on stream, and then you have a couple of minutes to make your way into the lobby. Because we're not on your friends list, when we send invites, you might not get a notification. You need to check your chat windows, check your Steam overlay. You can also just... If you go onto the list of members of people in the group chat, you can choose Waifu Patron Saint or Dr. Omnyx and hit join game and get in that way. But only do that when we say it's your turn to play. So with all that stuff out of the way, Omnyx, you think we are ready to get the show started?
Let's do it.
Okay, so first up we have kaosblaze versus titaniumfate. I'm going to make a lobby and then we can get those two in here. Lobby play. Okay, I sent you an invite. If we were in this, would it be easier to friend either of you? Please don't send us friend requests. Just go in through the group chat. Who's Kazu?
Is this guy even a dude? Well, he's gone now.
Yeah, I kicked him.
Oh, he's Chaos Blade.
Oh, yep.
Or Chaos Blaze.
Okay, if you are playing under a different name than what you signed up with, you need to let us know or change your name back or something. Please make this easy for us. We know that people like to change their Steam profile name as if they're updating their Facebook status. So please keep us in the loop. Okay, so people in chat are discussing the balance changes that were made in this patch. Fuqua got super duper nerfs. Adwins says that Squiggly should get boosts. We do have a lot of Squiggly players here.
Yeah.
I sent another invite to what's-his-face? To Chaos, but... Okay, there's Chaos.
There we go.
Let's get started. Ready up, we're gonna play 3 games. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, this is not first of 3, this is not best of 3. Everybody gets to play 3 games. So both of these players have not done Get Good before.
Well,
Curious to see who they play.
how much money do you want to put on one of them being a Squiggly?
I do not have the money to bet.
Me neither. But if you could. Man, I wish we had the betting bot. We could have the betting.
Yeah, I didn't have time to set it up this week. I was trying to make sure I wouldn't be homeless.
That's a good priorities.
Yeah.
Can I have a cheeseburger?
Looks like Fortune Bella versus Solo Bayo.
Let's do this in one take. Showtime!
Beowulf builds up a little bit of hype. Chaos has the head deploy behind Beowulf, and I thought there were some opportunities he could have done something like an nom nom, but okay, no, he's gonna pull it back in, bounce it back. He's getting caught in a little combo. Nice. It's a good amount of damage. Chaos tries to get a bit of a punishment on that heavy. Decides to tag in to Bella. Okay, he keeps on getting hit by that chair swing. Titanium may have wanted to try teching out of the corner. I believe Chaos was perhaps trying to do a Seracopter in the corner, but accidentally got out a Diamond Deflector. Diamond Deflector is not really something you'd be using to hit people, it's more of a projectile deflector. But in the latest patch, you can no longer hit people with Diamond Deflector. It used to be that you could poke them with it, but now it won't even connect. Chaos is a bit too far away to punish successfully with that super. Okay, now you could see there that Chaos tried going into a Merry-Go-Rilla after that poke. However, you can only grab your opponent when they are not in stun. If your opponent is blocking, if they are being hit, you are not able to grab them. They need to be in a neutral state. And so in order for that grab to work, he would have to delay his timing a bit more. But a good indication is if you pay attention to someone when they're like getting hit by a combo, at the end there's like a little blue flash, and that means that they're back in a neutral state. So as soon as you see that flash, you're able to grab them. Waifu's about as homeless as Philly with half the amount of hamburgers. Pretty much. Omnyx, are you in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like you died in the first game.
I did. It just sort of went infinity loading, never ending. You started commentating, I'm like, well, maybe I should restart the game.
Yeah.
I'm ready to pounce.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Titaniumfate tacking on Fortune to their team.
Hold together.
Combo dropped, but he was still able to get that off.
Ooh,
That was
that's
a
interesting.
interesting reset, yeah.
Let's see.
He's able to get through the armor on that Beowulf move. Beowulf's really powerful, but some of his moves are kind of slow, so you need to be careful what you're throwing out.
Totally just interrupts that pummel horse.
Better block that. Good block. Generally, I don't think it's worth trying to do diamonds from a distance because of the long startup on it. You're better off trying to get in next to someone and then throwing it out when they're starting to attack, because diamonds has hyper armor, and so that can absorb an infinite number of hits. You'll still be taking damage, but you really just want to not catch your opponent off guard, so when you reach into the ground to grab the diamond, there's a little bit of a poke, and that will stun your opponent, and you'll be able to get the attack off.
Speaking of which, doesn't that little poke that Diamonds does hit low?
What?
Doesn't the little poke that Diamonds does hit low?
Yes, I believe so. So Omnyx, you mentioned the word footsies in that match. Can you explain to people what footsies refers to?
Footsies is a concept that's part of fundamentals in fighting games, and it's pretty much trying to put yourself in a position where you'll be able to hit your opponent while staying out of the range for your opponent to hit you.
Yeah, footsies refers to the same thing as the neutral game.
ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
To elaborate on what the neutral game is, it's the point, it's sort of a state where neither player is at an advantage.
Yeah, you're both looking for a way to get in to start doing serious damage and to force your opponent to play in like a in a defensive way. So it's all about you controlling the pace of the match. So in the neutral game, both of you are trying to get control. Now, Chaos isn't really doing much with Fortune's head. That's something that, it's a complaint that I have with a lot of beginning Fortune players, is that they leave the head out and they don't do anything with it. The head's able to take damage, and so that can hurt you more than it helps you. Titanium is sitting on a lot of meter. I don't think in any of these games we've seen Titanium use meter. Block that.
Ooh, that's
It
gonna
blocks
get
the
punished.
second.
Don't go to pieces.
Okay, observations from Twitch chat. Fluffy Duck says that Titanium is doing great on punishing stuff, but he doesn't really know a real combo and he can't get anything off of his punishes.
True. But also that's something that comes with time. I'm not sure how many hours these guys have.
Yeah. They both have, like, I think around 10 or 20 hours. But it's
Yeah, that is something that they can improve, but
it's a totally valid point.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good point for Titanium. You know, he was getting good punishes off and stuff. Obviously, you know, as you learn your character more, you'll know what their options are for meter and stuff. Like, he was building up hype, and the way Beowulf's hype mechanic works is, as you build up more hype, you are able to chain together more of Beowulf's throws at the end of supers. And so building up hype doesn't help you if you're not using the meter. Do you have any feedback for Chaos? Like we said, you know, learn how to use Fortune's head effectively. You know, if you're attacking from the front and you have the head behind, you could try and, you know, go in with Nom Nom. Nom Nom is really great if you're at a distance, because then you can just do that, keep your opponent in place for a few seconds, and that allows Fortune to run in close. Okay, so next up we have Fumbles and Weetan. Can you please invite them?
Yep.
And of course, there are, if you want to learn how to do combos and stuff, there are plenty of places, well, not plenty of places, but there are some very specific places you can look online for all that info. For example, Skullheart is the center of the Skullgirls community online. That's where a lot of discussion happens. That's where there are a ton of guides, combo video compilations. So, in general, if you want to learn how to play a character, Skullheart is a very good place to look.
Don't split hairs. Quiet on the set.
Okay, we playing solo Philia, Fumbles playing Philia and Fukua. Gets the in. Okay, it looks to me like Fumbles meant to do heavy kick hairball in the air. Light kick hairball angles upward. The medium one just goes straight, and the heavy one curves downward. And so if he used the heavy, he could have carried Witan down to the ground and kept that combo going. Okay, raw tags into Fukua. Both players are fishing with crouching medium kick for hits. They're using that to confirm into combos. I'm surprised that neither of them are using a lot of jumping heavy moves. You can see Witan kind of doing it there, but it's a little bit slow.
Was that good?
And now a word from our sponsors.
Yes, we are going to. One sec.
Do I know?
Showtime!
Ooh, nice punish for that crouching heavy kick.
Oh, I'm surprised
Ooh,
that
that
hit.
super barely
That
hit.
that was not in a combo, so Witan could have blocked that. Fumbles throwing out a lot of those kicks with Fukua.
We're gonna get you.
Oh, punish that, punish
Ooh,
that.
punish that. Oh.
Fortunately, he jumped over Witan. Witan jumped over Fumbles and caused that drop. That's a bummer.
Are you seeing Witan IAD at all?
Very slowly. Like it's not exactly IADing, I'd say. But you know how usually when you're up against Ophelia, it's a lot of they are going to jump up IAD and then throw out heavies.
Yep.
Witan's doing that too slow. I'll have to pay a little more attention to this game. But like part of it is I feel like he's hitting the button late, and part of me thinks he's dashing too long after jumping. For those who don't know, IAD stands for Instant Air Dash, and that's when you air dash as soon as you get into the air. Punish that. Okay, you don't want to use the the standing medium punch in Philly mid-screen combos because that creates a bit of distance between you and your opponent. And so by putting that move in there, Witan pushed Fumbles too far away for the launcher to get him into the air. Okay, that hairball could have been punished by
Ooh,
Fumbles.
Oh.
The problem with hairball is that it's unsafe on block. So, don't try and... You generally want to avoid trying to get in with hairball, because if your opponent blocks that, they are going to be able to get a combo off. Okay, so next up is Adwins versus Weetan. Weetan's going to stay in here. Please get Adwins in here for me. After this match, we have Narudio versus Worthy. And we need Weetan back in here as well. Okay, Adwins, we've invited you. They are both in. Guys, please stop the Fuqua hate. She's already been nerfed.
Who are you?
Okay, Weetan's sticking with Solophilia. Adwin's playing Squiggly and Parasol. So for those of you in chat that were complaining we don't get enough Parasols, here you go. A very solid combo from Adwins. It was interesting going in with the ringlet spike. Looks like Weetan was trying to extend off of that slide, and there's not a whole lot you can do beyond hairball into super.
Thanks, love.
That's a wrap.
Come on, guys, don't be sad. Fuqua's not going anywhere. People will keep on playing her. Omnyx, you've been pretty quiet. Oh, Adwins
Yeah.
is just gonna play solo para.
I like what I'm seeing. I realize that Adwins is, well, winning here, but it seems like he needs to get used to sort of the timing that comes with being a Parasol player.
You mean for charging up moves?
Yeah. It also seems like he's accidentally doing shots and tosses sometimes, which is something that's basically gonna happen when you're starting off with Parasol.
And don't forget, man, like, you know, everyone is here to get help, not just the people that are losing or whatever. That's something that, I thought my Bella game got better once I got into the habit of charging up moves, say, like, in the middle of combos and stuff.
That's... If your character has charge moves, then that's something that you should start getting the hang of once you got the hang of your combos.
And I know, like, say, to do napalm shot spam, like, very, very quickly, you need to practice, like, you know, switching directions on your stick or on your pad very, very quickly to make sure that you're charging up long enough.
I'm fairly certain that there aren't any moves that charge forward and then go back. So once you, I emphasize, once you have a combo down, you can start working on using your charge moves to extend it. But make sure that you've got the execution for the combo itself down first.
An observation from Snacky Snacks is that Wii10 isn't really doing any updos. Updo is more or less an invincible uppercut for Philia. And so it's a great oh shit button or a get off me button. If someone's up in your face and they're wailing on you and you're having trouble getting out, updo might be a good option for you, because if you have just enough of an opening that you can do the input just DP and a punch button, then as long as Philia is able to start the move up, you should have a ticket out.
And likewise with Parasol, Pillar is a good option for the oh shit button.
Yeah, Snagglepuss. Yes, it's exactly like a Dragon Punch or a Shoryuken. In fact, that's why Snacky said Mii-10 needs to look into DP. Because it serves the same purpose as a Dragon Punch and behaves like a Dragon Punch.
Now, in sort of fighting game vocabulary, these sort of oh shit buttons are called reversals. That's something that I somewhat recently learned.
We may as well use the real terminology. Good job blocking that overhead move. Again, you don't want to use hairball.
That's all, folks.
Okay, so we'll kick these two out, and before we get the next match going, some thoughts for Wii10. The word that came to mind watching Wii10's Philia was it was slow. Do you get what I mean when I say slow?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the button presses and stuff, there was a decent amount of timing between things. Like, there weren't really a lot of air dashes, and Philia needs to be played pretty quick and pretty aggressively. So, big word of advice, yes, get faster. So, I'd say go into training mode and grind that stuff out. Practice your IADs into your moves, you know, get that timing down as tight as possible. You know, seriously, going fast is, it's a big part of Philia, so that'll be helpful. Also, you know, like you said, don't use hairball. Also, try to avoid using standing medium punch at mid-screen, because there were times you were pushing your opponent away and you weren't able to go into your launcher and keep your combo going because you pushed them out of the range of standing heavy punch. Yeah, and of course I play Philia, so I forget. I may have had you friend me last week, but send me a friend request and I can try and help you out with playing Philia sometime.
And sort of the same thing for me for Adwins. If you want to learn some Parasol, I'm ready to help.
Okay, so up next we have Narudio versus Worthy, and after that, Chef Vortivask versus Adwins.
Didn't even have to invite them.
Lovely. I disagree with the claim that Peacock isn't very difficult to play.
Yeah, I disagree with that too.
It might
mean,
it might not be hard to like pick up the idea of zoning people out, but and, you know, that'll work against beginners. But when you play people that have experience with this game, they'll be able to beat a zoning Peacock. Okay, narudio playing Val and Bayo against Worthy's solo Beowulf. Raw tags in and gets punished for that. You need to be careful when using raw tags because they are punishable, as we can see here. A better option, if you have the meter, is to DHC. These are called blockbuster sequels in the tutorial. And that is when you cancel out of your point character's super and you go into another character's super, and provided that, you know, the attacks are hitting, this is a safe way for you to switch between characters.
Sends out scalp was a little too late there.
Alright, got the grab, sitting on 3 bar.
Narudio realizing he had that conversion a little too late.
Okay, do you have any suggestions on getting knives off, or is that just he's doing it too late?
That's just sort of, I think what's going through Narudio's head is basically realizing that something he threw out hit, and then throwing out the knives sort of in a reaction to that, but that's coming too late.
By the way, if people have experience playing Beowulf, it would really, really help me out if you could speak up in chat and give some feedback. I haven't really messed around with him. I don't know how his combos and stuff behave. So, if you play Beowulf and you have advice, please share it. I have a freeze. Do you have a freeze? Yeah, we have a...
Yeah, I got kicked.
I don't know if they're still playing. Oh no, yep, they've died for everybody. Yeah, we need Nightfire in here. We need Beowulf himself on commentary. Speaking of
Shout out to Nightfire.
We had, you know, Nightfire shout out of the day. You know what that means, right?
Combo breaker.
Combo breaker. Here's the deal. Memorial Day weekend in Chicago, there is going to be a Skullgirls tournament at Combo Breaker. This is the main event. It's going to be really exciting. Lab Zero is chipping in a $2,000 pop bonus. If you are in the area or you are able to make it to Chicago that weekend, you should totally check that out. If you can't, you should totally watch the stream because it is bound to be a great event. There's also way more going on at Combo Breaker than just Skullgirls, so if you have interest in fighting games in general, you should keep your eyes open for that event. Oh, and it turns out we do have Nightfire in here.
What you gonna do?
Nice block, nice punish.
In general, I think that both players are doing a good job punishing when blocking. Alright, good tech. I like that jump in.
Smart.
I feel like
tag into
Worthy
Val.
should have been prepared for that raw tag.
Yep.
Because that's a situation where, you know, Bayo was almost dead. If he tagged out, he could regenerate a ton of red health. So at times like those, I like to just kind of stay back in block, assuming that my opponent is going to raw tag as soon as they have a chance to keep that character alive, and then I can just punish the new one as they go in. Guys, you played 3 games. Okay.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
One of them, one of those games
Oh, shit.
dropped.
Invite me, invite me, invite me.
There you are.
I don't know if
Am I gonna be Radio Girls?
I think so.
Alright, Radio Girls it is.
Oh. Let's turn on the GIF.
What if we had like a Radio Girls GIF? Or something.
Maybe next time. Everyone, I'm really sorry we don't have that on stream. It's totally my fault.
Alright, same teams. Worthy with his Bayo, Narudio with his Val Mayo. Worthy doing a nice job blocking a cross-up and a mix-up. Footsies. Ooh. Narudio whiff punishing that Bayo. Bayo getting in a combo though, killing that Val. Bayo mirror match, Worthy getting in a combo. Tried going for a reset, Narudio isn't having any of that. Worthy blocks to level 1. Punishes for it. And Narudio's down.
Okay. Why am I ready to go? But I don't want to be ready. Okay. So, let's get Chef Vortivask in here along with Adwins 14. After that match, we have Reckon versus DillovesCupcakes. So you know I have to do the critical voice for this, right?
Yep, go ahead.
As soon as he shows up, I will be pissed if Chef Vortivask is not here. No, he's here. He's here.
I invited him.
Oh, he's got the man himself as his profile pic. What's up, everyone? This is Critical. Today I'll be playing Skullgirls Encore for the PC. Alright, let's do this shit. Alright, I'm going to be playing Valentine and Big Band, going against Philia and Painwheel.
We don't see too many pinwheels here.
This Philia is slicing my salami.
It looks like Chef Vortivask is doing.
I got this grab. Now watch this.
Air mobility to stay out of trouble.
How do you like the feel of those titties?
Ooh, bad time to taunt. Brass Knuckles probably could have been punished. Here comes the pain train. Pain train has left early. Like that, just a tiny little hit confirm into a super.
I don't know why he threw out that up two. I would not have thrown out that up two.
I would not have thrown out those scalpels.
I'm sitting on 3 bars of meter. 3 large, plentiful bars of meter.
Everyone's sitting on 3 bars of meter.
I just need the right opening to use it. It could turn this match around. Ooh. Like this. Oh! Oh! There we go. That is what I'm talking about.
Philia, here comes Valentine. Really liking Chef Vortivask's tag into Valentine to sort of counter Philia's rushdown strategy.
Sometimes you simply need to fight titties with more titties.
Here comes Big. Ooh!
This is exactly what I am talking about. Big Ben does not have titties, and he's getting annihilated right now.
Here comes Val. Gonna try that. Not gonna work. I'm gonna get punished for it.
Alright, I'm done playing this. That's the end of this video. Remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe to see videos similar to this one. See ya. Okay, let's do it for real this time.
Reckon, are you asking what a PBGC is, or are you just surprised? Regardless, I'm gonna explain what a PBGC is. If you push block, and you return your stick to the 5 position, which is sort of not hitting any position, and then you input, is it a special or can it be anything?
You can do any move for PBGC.
Okay.
You know, that doesn't mean that everything will work, but in theory, you can PBGC off of anything.
Okay, if you push block, return everything to a neutral state while you're push blocking, and then when the push block is over, do the input for a special, you can do that right away.
Okay, Vortivask is trapped in the corner. Adri was trying to go for a burst. That was definitely a bait. Okay, that was a good job recovering because Vortivask could have punished that hairball. So Adri threw out a grab as quickly as possible and was able to maintain the momentum instead of losing it. Now, couldn't Vortivask be doing command grabs at the end of block strings?
Yes. Unless he gets push blocked, in which case they won't work. Nice DHC, bring Painwheel in. Vortivask sitting on quite the amount of meter. Valentine's coming back.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Well, that will do
Vortivask was sitting on 5 bars of meter. He's not afraid to use it to turn this around. And even with Painwheel out of the way, Billy's no, that's not how you're gonna win.
Work. Ooh, that's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work either. What frustrates me is that Adri threw away 3 bars of meter for that.
Yeah.
Player 1 wins.
If you're not gonna have any meter to spare, you better make damn sure your level 3 is gonna connect.
Like, Andrew could have just gone into a combo, and I feel like that would have been more meaningful. You know, with
Yep.
maybe 1 or 2 resets and then going in for the kill with a level 3. That would have gotten him a lot more mileage, even if that level 3 hit. Well, actually, no, the level 3 would have hit because then BB would have died, because BB had, like, no health.
Yep. All
Even so,
was just-
Phileas pokes are just so quick. Why, you could have just, like, poked, launched, and then done the level 3.
Yep, all you had to do was poke.
Whatever. Block that. Vortivask with a solid combo.
On the other hand, it seemed like Chef Vortivask backed himself into a corner.
No,
Bad time for a taunt.
you really can't be taunting while your opponent isn't down. You need to be like down or at the opposite side of the screen, or you will get punished for it. Second kill. That was a good conversion. Okay, Vortivask is raw tagging a lot. I don't think I've seen him DHC. Have you seen Adri DHC?
Yeah. Adri DHC'd last game from, I think it was either Fenrir or Gregor Samson into Deathcrawl.
So yeah, those raw tags have cost Vortivask's characters a few times. It's a habit that you're going to want to get out of. Raw tagging is never the ideal thing to do. Like, there are times when that's what you want to do. I need you to kick. But there are better options out there most of the time. Okay, so we have our last beginner matchup. We have Reckon versus DillovesCupcakes, and then we are going to move on into intermediates. Noot versus Super Whack is going to be the first match of intermediates. Is Dill here?
Yeah, I invited him.
When the word of law falls, pick it up and hold it higher. Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Solo Band versus Beowulf and Squiggly. I like seeing all these Beowulfs. That was nice use of the wall bounce. Good grab reset. The Beowulf goes down. Dill has not taken a scratch of damage yet. Oh, jinxed it. Okay, so Reckon is stuck in the corner. Getting absolutely well done. We're up to a 66 hit, 972 hit combo and a grab reset. Dill has done that grab reset several times, so Reckon needs to be used to it. There we go. Good job teching out of that one. Needs to work his way out of the corner. Nice job. Throws out the level 3. Oh, baby! It seems like people always get confused with that hitting from behind. That may have just won Reckon the game. Actually, no, because with that level 3, Dill might be able to take it. Yeah, this is... That was very, very close. I really, really loved seeing Reckon get out of the corner and he was going to be able to turn that around. Oh, it looks like he wasn't able to block the giant step at the end. But that was within range that it was actually going to hit, and it looked like he was blocking standing, so he didn't get caught by the overhead. Perhaps he tried pressing buttons.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
You gotta look out for that overhead mix-up. A lot of big band players do that. There is the same grab reset we saw last game. Reckon's able to get him on the ground, but he's having trouble landing the tech on the airborne ones. Reckon got caught by that overhead again when trying to push block. That's the same thing that happened last time. I'd be very, very careful throwing out lengthy moves like Dragon Strike. And I don't necessarily mean, you know, moves with a long hit range, but moves that take a long time to perform. Because number one, you know, Big Bang can just absorb the hits with Brass Knuckles, and with Brass Knuckles, he can more or less hit you from across the screen. So when you're trying to get close, you might be better off just doing something like chicken walking. So, you know, you'll be blocking while airborne to make sure you can't get hit with anything. Both players looking for an opening.
Reckon sitting on 5 bars. Cupcake sitting on 3.
Throws out that level 3. He's gonna put in some serious work, and then be careful. This combo won't kill. Dill still has 4 bars. It gets landed with the mix-up.
So close.
Now, it's something that gives Squiggly, you know, I think this is a decent strength of her in a big band matchup, is she has a lot of multi-hit moves. She has them in the air, she has them on the ground, she has low ones, she has standing ones. And with those multi-hit moves, you can cut through Big Band's armor like butter.
It all depends on your skill. Action! Madame, scram!
Ready?
Madame, give me a hit. Give me a hit.
I believe you could, with Silver Cord, you can also grab Big Band out of Brass Knuckles, am I correct?
Yes.
Dill's using that pretty frequently as a way to get in. And so if Reckon started using Silver Cord to break Dill out of the Brass Knuckles, he'd be taking away one of Dill's most powerful tools in this matchup, and it would make things a lot harder. Not going to be able to do much with that battle opera.
Take two. Action! Hey, listen here.
Shout out Smash players for being terrible people.
I liked what Dill did during the sort of break between rounds and just trying to push Squiggly into the corner.
Now, Reckon has been having a terrible time in the corner, especially with those air throw resets. Got a bit of an in. Needs to make this combo count. I don't think it's going to be able to kill. Gets caught by that overhead giant step again. Dill may be able to kill here by ending with a level 3. No, gonna end with Timpani Drive. And then just use Brass Knuckles.
Rest easy, Sienna. That's a wrap.
Okay, closing thoughts on that.
I feel like Dill has to vary the way that he's going in.
But you see, quick thing.
Go on.
That's iffy advice because it's the classic case of if something is working against your opponent, keep on doing it until they adapt.
Yeah.
So, you know, Dill may have had other options, but Dill knew that there were certain tricks Reckon was falling for every time. And so he didn't need to try and pull out any other tech.
Which leads to my advice for Reckon. Specifically in this match, learn to adapt to Brass Knuckles. Either break the armor or grab Big Band out of it.
Also, there were Squiggly players in chat saying that Reckon could really benefit from learning how to do Saria cancels.
Yes. Those would do well to increase Squiggly's damage output by extending her combos.
Yeah. Alright. Are we ready for intermediate?
No, I am.
Okay, before we do that, how about we I want to take a quick break to plug some stuff.
Right.
Give me like 10 seconds. I have too many windows. I should buy 5 monitors. Where are the... For starters, those of you that came in late, you didn't register but you still want to play, we now run an open lobby after party stream after the main Get Good event. So what you can do is we're going to have Bonanza and Tomer after this stream, probably at around 6 or 6:30. They are going to run an open lobby. You can just let yourself in, play some matches, have some fun. If you didn't register and you want to play, that's your chance to play. If you did register but you want to play even more, that's your chance to play even more. Those guys know their stuff. They run the stream well. Everything's, you know, super duper fun times. So be sure to stick around after the main event, and then you can check that out. Also, if you are looking for more ways to play Skullgirls online, you should check out Skill Grills. This is run by our very own Nodscouter, as well as VAK Inc. They run weekly tournaments open to Skullgirls players at any skill level. So this is another way that you can get more experience playing. It's commentated by Nodscouter and Catfish Maw every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So once again, if you want to keep on playing Skullgirls, you want to get more time in, you should check this out Friday nights. Lastly, I already mentioned Combo Breaker earlier. It's Memorial Day weekend in Chicago. There will be a Skullgirls tournament there as a main event with a $2,000 pop bonus from Lab Zero. If you're in the area, or you can get into the area, you should go. If you can't, you should watch the stream, because that'll be a lot of fun. Alright. So, let's move on to intermediate matches. We have Noot versus Super Whack right now. And then Noot's going to be sticking around and going against DMAC after this. Can you please get them in here?
I'm not seeing Noot.
Well, Noot is supposed to be here. I know that Noot was in chat earlier. I don't think he's playing under a weird name. Yeah, it's Folded Steel Nude Appeal.
Ah, there we go.
So I'm hoping we see a Bayo. And then can we get Super Whack? We need Super Whack, and I'm not seeing Super Whack. Okay, I have 4:09 on my clock. We're going to give Super Whack until 4:11 to arrive and get in game. We will find a replacement if they don't show up. Alright, Newbie Knight's coming back. I'm excited to see how that goes. Super Whack, if you're watching the stream, we need you to get into the Skullgirls Get Good Steam group and join the game. You can right-click on Waifu Patron Saint or Dr. Omnyx in the chat and hit Join Game to get in here. Waiting 1 more minute for you to show up. Okay, we waited and he's not showing up. First person to join the game gets to play Noot. You have to let yourself into the game by right-clicking on one of us. First person in here plays 3 games against Noot. Thank you, I'm glad you're enjoying the show. LOTO, not a shitter. Oh no, you're drinking coffee, yo.
This just in, DarkTruth has invited me to trade.
Oh boy, I wonder what you're going to get. Probably 24 copies of Bad Rats.
I think you're looking for a lab rat.
LOTO playing Fortune and Bella as usual. Noot is playing Valentine, Peacock, and Parasol.
Ready for your shots? Let's up the dose.
I liked seeing Noot charge up Val's syringes while LOTO was busy handling the assist calls. Okay, and LOTO has it in. Unfortunately, that syringe missed.
Here comes Parasol.
And here comes
Here
Bella.
comes Bella. Ooh,
Good job jumping up to avoid that grab.
not a good job raw tagging though.
Oh, that would have been very, very interesting, but the problem is like we said earlier, you cannot grab opponents when they are not in a neutral state. So while they're in hit stun or they're in block stun, they are invincible to grab.
That was a nice pillar call too.
Okay, and now Lotta's going to need to find a way through this projectile wall put up by Noot. Bella has Diamond Deflector, so he could deflect a projectile and then use the stagger to get in. Oh, nice job! Getting that move out just in time to beat the Argus Agony. Gonna raw tag in, try and inch away. Oh, I think that bomb's gonna hit. No, it's not gonna hit. Good job. Okay, and Lotto's taken down Peacock. In comes Parasol. Here come the corner combos. Oh, that may have been a burst bait, but Noot did not take it.
Ooh,
Gets that grab and then
corner.
manages to throw Lotto into the corner, turning the tables around and gonna try and do some serious work, but instead trips IPS.
Ooh.
Gonna
That's
block.
not gonna hit.
Oh!
That did hit. Not expecting that second hit, I guess.
Yeah, there are 2 hits, so you need to block both the first and second hit of Fifth of Dismember. It looked like Noot dropped his guard a bit too early and got taken down.
Ooh. Not taking into account how heavy Cerebella is.
Yeah, generally, when you're practicing combos, Philia is like the generic neutral character to test against, but you also want to make sure you test against light characters and heavy characters. So if you have a combo and you want to see if it's universal, make sure you test it against someone like Cerebella or Double, as well as a generic character like Philia.
If you want to... What I use for each weight, I use Philia for lightweight characters, Cerebella for heavy characters, and double for like ultra heavy characters.
Looks like I found a new scratching post.
Sharpie says Bayo is also a good heavy character for testing. Okay, Noot's decided to drop a character and just stick with Valentine and Parasol. Blocks that
Nice job
overhead.
blocking that overhead.
Nice job
job
getting
hitting
that
with the
syringe
syringe.
off. Can you please give a...
That's gonna mess with Lotto's input.
In between matches, I want you to give a rundown of how the syringes work.
Okay. Ooh, better
Oh,
hit that
ouch, that
parasol.
syringe is...
Ooh,
Oh, gets the syringe
green
off. That
vial.
was
This
a good way
is
to make the
gonna be
most of a bad
interesting.
opportunity. Parasol's gonna probably be able to regenerate that health. But you gotta be careful throwing that assist out. Because it will take time for that health to come back. Okay, now it hits.
Let's up the dose.
I think that was supposed to be a Staracopter.
Nice pillar call.
Throws out the pillar and then uses the time to get that input delay syringe ready. Fortunately, misses the throw. Noot is getting a... He's creating a lot of great opportunities to... Oh, showstopper.
Ready for a showstopper.
I really like that Noot is using the syringes so much. I just wish they were hitting.
Yeah. Those syringes don't last long if you're gonna take damage.
What, do the effects
So if
wear
you're
off
gonna
as soon
use-
as you get hit?
I
Another
think so.
churn that butter, Lotto. Gets another ultimate showstopper off.
Here comes Fortune, gonna
Punishes
punish
that
raw
raw tag. Good job.
Take the shot.
This combo's not going to be able to kill. He needs to get a... I would have liked to have seen a reset or bait.
Even though it didn't kill, that was a nice combo. That's like one chain away from my bread and butter.
Yeah, still though, with a little too far
Ooh,
away for that
outrage
showstopper,
punish
and now
that.
Lotto doesn't have any meter.
Take the shot.
Ooh.
Both players don't have meter. We're just gets
Ooh,
that
this is
command
gonna
grab
kill?
off. Very
No,
nice, going to be
but
able
that
to
is.
kill, and Lotto takes game 2 and pops off with the Diamond Dynamo because he can. I don't think Lotto is using the keyboard pad hybrid input method anymore.
Alright. You asked me to explain Val's vials. So I will explain Val's vials. Purple is damage over time. Green is increased hit stun. And orange is input lag.
And you can charge them up to 3 times to increase the length of the effect.
Yes.
I'm ready to pounce.
Let's do this in one take. Showtime!
Ready for your shot. Let's up the dose. This might hit.
Okay, so we're up to level 3 on the poison. Oh, and that's interesting. Did you notice that the syringe is still in effect when you tag out?
Yep.
I've seen deadly shot. This might pinch. No way.
These are some really good pillar calls.
Yeah, I really loved... Okay, that gets in the air to avoid that showstopper. Not that one.
Ooh.
What I don't like, though, is
If
that
at
Lotto
first
just
you do
burnt
not
2 meter
succeed-
trying to get that showstopper off. I would not rely on showstopper as, like, your main be-all, end-all source of damage as Cerebella. I'd rather be hanging on to that for when you need a reversal.
Not really a fan of how much Noot is throwing out the Val assist.
Yeah, so if LOTO were smart right now, he would do a snapback, and then you'd force Val in, and she would lose all of that red health. Those are the kind of moves that you need to make in this situation in order to win. You need to use your snapbacks to prevent the health regen. When you're a solo, you know, even if it's like you're on a team and you're down to one character, you need to be using snapbacks in order to make that damage permanent and avoid wasting time with health regeneration. Good Nom Nom to get in.
Ooh, avoids that pillar. I really liked what Val was doing towards the end there, just throwing the shuriken at the head.
Yeah, I want to break down what happened there, because I don't know if like this was Noot's master plan the whole time, but I liked how it played out. So, Fortune's head can take damage, independent of the body. And so, Fortune was on the opposite side of the screen as Val, and then the head was in the middle. And Val said, okay, screw this, I am going to damage the head. And so Val began throwing out crosses just to do a little bit of damage to the head and prevent LOTO from doing anything with it as an option. So LOTO, realizing that if he left the head out, he was going to keep on taking damage, decided to catcall and bring the head back in. Fortune is vulnerable while you do this, so Noot used the opportunity to get in with Val for the kill. If that was done intentionally, I think it was pretty clever. I really, just in general, I really enjoyed watching that set. Those were good matches.
Those were some GGs.
So, now we have DMAC versus Noot. Does Fortune take double damage? No. Elephant Love, here is how it works. The body will take 100% of damage. The head will take 50% of damage, so it'll do half of the damage that it would normally do to the body. If you hit the head and the body together, you do 150% damage. So that's 1.5 times. And of course, this only applies when the head is detached. You know, if you're playing as full body Fortune, it's just normal damage, obviously. Okay, so we need DMAC and Noot, followed by Nodscouter and Xelixi. Do we have DMAC in here?
He's in here.
DMAC, I need you in here. DMAC. Oh, there's DMAC.
Ready up.
Okay, people are saying, like, it's not double damage, but it feels like double damage. That stresses just how important it is to stay on top of where Fortune's head is. If you're a Fortune player, you need to be really smart with not leaving that head out if you don't have to. Because your opponent can exploit it and do some serious damage and annihilate you, for lack of better words. You need to be careful. And LOTO, generally, I believe, does a good job controlling the head and using it effectively. Like when I mentioned earlier how you can use Nom Nom to get in, LOTO does that a lot. He does it very well. And generally, like, you know, there wasn't really a period of time where the head was idle. It was always moving around or doing something, and if LOTO felt that the head was in a dangerous position, he would just pull it back.
This may sting.
So there weren't a lot of times where
This battle is all in the mind.
Noot could have punished the head. So Noot put Peacock back on, going to be playing a team of 3. DMAC is going with Valentine, Bella, and Eliza. That was quite the combo from D's Val. We're going to see it again, I think. Doesn't take that burst. Good job using the assist to get out of the corner.
Ooh, nice job using the scalpels on that Peacock assist.
Yeah, it looked to me like Noot was going to try and jump in and attack Val while Val was busy beating up Peacock, but that did not work out in Noot's favor. More corner combo shenanigans from DMAC, and down goes Parasol. And now we have Peacock in the corner. This is a really bad position for Peacock to be in, because she cannot run away.
Noot is sort of just very blatantly confused as to what to be doing right now.
Yeah.
That is the telltale sign of a good Valentine player.
That was...
Is that if you're confused and panicked, then you're a good Valentine.
That was ferocious. That was very fast, very aggressive play from DMAC.
We don't see too many 3v3s here.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of 3v3s. Yeah, I don't even play teams of 3.
3v3s aren't that common in general, I think.
No, I think 3v3s are pretty common. Solos are uncommon.
I am a rarity.
Says the one that uses the pony palette. Hey. Oh, shoutouts My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, a hilarious show with adult references.
Let's do this in one take. Let's rock.
Ooh, that was a nice air grab.
So Noot decides to drop his own Val and just rock Peacock and Parasol. The Pillar makes sense as an assist, because that's, that's your reversal option.
DMAC is just not having any of this shit.
Observation. DMAC is not really using any grabs as Val. It's all just, it's just resets off of attacks. And so Peacock, by using medium punch bang, should be able to get out of a lot of those situations. Push block. Okay, you really need to be push blocking against Sarabella, because if DMAC waited a little bit longer for Noot to get out of block stun, that Mary-Gorilla would have gone through. You need to push block to get Bella out of range. Gonna keep on comboing. Yep. That was a nice time to drop at the end. I like that. Noot does not know how to use Peacock up close. And here comes Eliza for the first time. Now, the Eliza matchup is pretty tricky for Peacock, especially with Sekhmet. And DMAC is just able to chip out Peacock using Sekhmet's hyper armor to get through all of the projectiles.
I'll cut you down to size.
Noot switching over to solo Val.
And
Does not take that bait. So the counter normally costs 2 bar, correct?
yes.
So that is something important that I believe just got added in this update, is even if the counter doesn't connect, it costs meter. So you can't just keep spamming it and fishing for a counter. You need to actually time it and get it off right.
That's always happened.
That's always happened?
Yep.
For real?
Yep.
Come on.
Roll up. Deadly sharp. Don't get ready for you. You win. Black egrets. Win. Deadly sharp.
These are good throws from D-Mac.
Winners don't use drugs.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Do you have advice for Noot? Those were some tough matches for him.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not like the be-all, end-all answer, but this is something worth saying, is that, you need to be able to do more with Peacock than Zone.
Yeah.
That's a very big problem that I feel like a lot of people have, is they pick up Peacock, they learn the routine of being able to zone, and then that's it. So you think that's going to work, but it is not super difficult to learn how to counter the typical zoning Peacock. Peacock can be played as a rushdown character, and that is very scary. That is difficult to beat. So that's, bit of advice number one is learn to do more than zone as Peacock. Because you will be forced to fight up close sometimes, and you need to know what to do in those situations. Noot also could have benefited from making better use of reversals in the corner.
Yep.
Like, I don't think we saw any pillars when Parasol was trapped in the corner.
Yeah, that probably would have been a viable option. Especially with the pressure that DMAC was putting on.
That wouldn't have won the game, but that would have backed DMAC off. Xelixi doesn't fall for that bait.
In other news, Xelixi doing some work with his double.
Gotta be very, very careful with Silver Cord, because if you end up throwing from a long distance, you're going to be recovering for a very long time. Nice job breaking that armor on Big Band. Good reset from Nodscouter. Question is he going to do it again, and is Xelixi going to fall for it again? Is Xelixi really... Okay, I don't understand why Nodscouter did not use meter to take down that Eliza, because after that first reset, he's sitting on 4 bar. He can absolutely afford to throw out a bar or two to get the kill, because now Eliza's going to be regenerating a lot of health. And Nod now, if he wants to really do real damage to Eliza... Oh, now why? Xelixi, why would you tag into Eliza? That is... Xelixi deserves to lose after that. If he loses, it's his own fault.
Just gonna spend all 5 bars to do Monolith Array.
Well, we never see that, so... What the hell?
Watch your feet.
A forest of thorns.
Time to bury them.
Well... Kills
Hey.
with the raw tag.
Looking at chat, I want to say that I know losing sucks, getting bodied sucks. I went to an event yesterday and all I did was get bodied, and yeah, I'm still kind of bitter about it, but I'm not raging. I'm not getting mad at people. Losing is a fact of life, and it's never enjoyable, but you need to accept it and move on and not get dragged down by it. Seriously, I do not understand why Xelixi tagged into Eliza when she could have regenerated half of her health. That was a very, very poor decision. And it was also a poor decision on Nodscouter's end. That's Waifu. Hi there, Sharpie. I also don't understand why Nodscouter didn't spend the meter as banned to kill Eliza. Because it takes more work to create an opportunity to snap than to try and get that in. I feel like above all else, the most important thing in any fighting game is your mindset. The way that you approach challenges is going to have a very big impact on how far you're able to get in this game. The hell was that?
That was Lister for you, someone with an asshole car.
Okay, back to the matter at hand. Nodscouter's got Beowulf out. Xelixi's doing double again. Not able to punish that raw tag. It looked to me like Xelixi tried going in for a grab. This is another spot where it would be to Nodscouter's advantage to... Okay, no. Oh, baby, we're going to have an infinite? I think we're not able to get an infinite because we're still at mid-screen.
Down where you belong.
Xelixi's got 5 bar, and Nodscouter has just a solo squiggly left on a team of 3.
Ooh,
Very, very, very,
nice
very, very
job
nice.
using the command grab.
If you want to beat Sekhmet, you gotta use grabs. Oh, baby!
Ooh. Nice decision from Xelixi.
Observation from Bananas is that doubles barrel loops do not work on Big Band. That's important because I know barrel looping is a big part of doubles game. Is there any way to learn blocking other than just getting games in? Are you talking about blocking specific moves or just blocking habits in general? Because learning how to block well in general, I really think you need to just play a lot. And then you'll get used to mix-ups and how things behave and like cross-ups and overheads.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
I think that would... Frankly, I feel like that's just the perfectly fine way to learn how to play. For learning how to block. Also, I would just like to say that we have broken... Okay, well, we went back down, but we are at 60 viewers right now.
Damn. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Nodscouter and just keeping up the pressure.
Well, double, I believe, can convert off of that tag.
Yep.
In comes Bayo. But that is no problem because Double is going to continue doing some serious work. Nice job using bird insurance as a mix-up to keep that pressure going. Doesn't even worry about the IPS, just needs a couple of hits to get the kill on Bayo. The throw doesn't throw into the corner though. A little surprised.
Nice read on that A-train.
Throws out that level 3, really just wants to get in a lot of damage, and then DHC's into Squiggly for Battle Opera. No, I don't really think that Nod did that out of necessity to say regenerate the health, but oh boy, here comes that level 5.
Ooh! That
I
Big
would
Band's
not
gonna
have
get
tagged
hit a
into
little
Big Band.
bit.
I feel like losing Squiggly was inevitable at this point, and it would have been better to just let Big Band regenerate as much health as possible.
Gonna get
Now,
punished for
I'm pretty
that
sure
brass
Nod is going to
knuckles.
lose BB. Yep. And Squiggly is going to come in with so little health that just one in from Xelixi will cost Nodscouter the game. But oh, we might have something happening
Everybody's
here.
being careful. Nodscouter
Oh!
slowly working
Oh
his way
no,
to
it's
the
a little.
corner.
Oh no, it's too far away.
I could go for a dip right about now.
So close.
Good games. That is all I have to say. Need you to kick.
You got it.
Hell, I didn't update the overlay. I got the timestamp for VODs, so there's that. Our current fight is going to be Kasparous versus Saximus. After that, we have LOTO versus DarkTruth. We are looking for Saximus. Are they in the group? I do not see Saximus here right now. We are looking for Saximus. I do not have any messages regarding cancellation, so it is 4:43 right now. We are going to wait until 4:45 for Saximus before we give them the boot. 62 viewers. So, to the 62 of you out there that are watching, how are you doing today? Have you tried Beowulf yet? Even if you haven't, what do you think about all the new balance changes that are in retail? Okay, it is 4:45. First person to join gets to play 3 against Kasparous. No, Lotto, you already got to play. I'd like someone else to. DarkTruth. Okay, sure, we'll have DarkTruth go. How does Lotto do this every fucking time? Dedication, I guess.
You're about to have a bad hair day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime! Hold the torque!
Everything I say is a catchphrase.
That's a wrap.
This ends now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Napalm shot. Down the hill. Your turn.
Switch up. Dark Star Blitz.
Omnyx, are you alive?
I have been commentating, but my mic has been muted.
What the hell? Dude, what the hell? That shit don't fly, yo. I believed in you, and you let me down.
Call my booking.
I let everyone down.
I'm not mad, okay? I'm disappointed.
Don't do this to me, Dad.
No, I gotta go full dad on your ass.
No. No. Dad, no. We get good at Skullgirls.
No.
Bringing out repressed memories of your childhood since 2004.
Okay.
Here we go.
DarkTruth playing Big Band and Fuqua going against Kasparous' Parasophilia. DarkTruth has won 2 matches so far. Let's see if he can make a 3 or if Kasparous is going to be able to complete a download and turn this around.
Here comes Fuqua, gonna get
Manages
punished
to
for that
run
rock
in
hand.
and got a little bit of a punish off. The opportunity was there, but it just did not go on as long as it needed to. Nice block. Tries to go in for that grab, but very quickly tags out. We're getting like really
There
short,
we
like
go.
4 or 5 hit combos, but they're resetting. That's interesting.
Yeah, this match just seems to be American reset after American reset. Here comes Philia.
Here
Here
comes
comes
Fuqua.
Fuqua. Gonna get punished for that raw tag.
There's another one. Just going back and forth. You know what? Here's something that, you know, when we talk about raw tags, we never discuss this. When you tag into a character, they lose their red health. That means that they can no longer regenerate more health. And so when you're throwing out tags very, very quickly, you're not giving your characters time to regain health. Okay, in comes Philia. Oh!
Ooh.
Didn't block the last hit of that
Didn't
tuba tuba.
anticipate that last hit.
Can I get a round of applause for our contestants?
Nodscouter with some classic advice. Go into trading mode and practice combos. Reduce the number of drops you're making. I mean, you know, those could be drops or they could be like... I mean, at intermediate level, I assume that you know your combos. DarkTruth is sticking around to face off LOTO. Next, we have Stompenstein versus Danko.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
We got another Beowulf. LOTO sticking with his usual team, but DarkTruth is going to be doing Bayo and Big Band. Nice throw reset, but didn't convert off it. May have been too far away to get the hit in to keep it going, though. DarkTruth is like, okay, F this. I'm gonna throw
that's
out
not gonna
level
work.
3. LOTO. I know I use Showstopper a lot, but I'd like to say that I do it right.
I
LOTO's,
mean, you do like fuck people up with canceling it out of lock and load.
yeah, but like LOTO's throwing it out a lot, and he's not using it as a reversal, and I feel like that's what it's really, really good for.
DarkTruth seems to be doing pretty well without it, but he very much seems to be reading that Bella does tries to do a diamond drop right after a raw tag, and he manages to get out of the way, but he doesn't seem to be punishing it that much.
Yeah, I feel like the diamond drop is a pretty predictable move that a lot of Bellas make, so a lot of people will try and jump back, and you might be better off at trying to, you know, read that and instead do an Excelabella on the jump. Yeah, I don't know why. That's I know I saw him do that earlier. LOTO went into Devil Horns after that, and I feel like he wanted to do Saracopter instead.
Can I get a round of applause for our contestants?
Oh, hey, we have Ken in Black here. Hello.
You might have guessed I'm not a cat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Hey, Smash. I feel like LOTO's gonna tag out. Waited for it, wait for it. There it
There
is,
we
because
go.
he wants to regen all of that health with Fortune. DarkTruth should try and get a snap off as quickly as possible to make that permanent, but LOTO's going to go for yet another ultimate showstopper. He's throwing these out quite liberally, so I feel like DarkTruth should be expecting those whenever LOTO has a potential chance, and he should be trying to get away. And there it is!
Ready for a showstopper!
Unfortunately, if we look at Fortune, Fortune has, well, now that she's in, she regenerated just about all of that health that she had lost earlier. This is why snapbacks are important, because now DarkTruth has a very, very uphill battle. And we can see here, I mean, look at Bella. Bella's regenerating tons of health. But by getting the
Ooh,
kills,
nice
gonna
job with
come
that
in.
chip and head damage.
Look out for the showstopper.
Watch out for the showstopper.
Doesn't have meter, can't keep going.
Showstopper?
No,
Oh,
oh, that's a problem.
That's
though.
gonna, yeah.
That was. I respect that move made by LOTO. I respect that.
It was a good move.
How much armor does that have? It has hyper armor, which means that the armor is unbreakable. It will just keep on eating hits. However, you still take damage, so it is possible to kill Bella with that armor. And also,